this one I'm going to keep in here, like I said. I can use this for a number of things because it does have that snap shackle on it. Snap, shackle, and pop. Okay. What are we on? We are. Okay. Take this one. And this one. And this one. And that one. This is that rope that I was talking about. This ball is not heavy, but it's heavy. And on the end of the rope, when you're swinging it, it'll travel. So what you do is, if somebody's in the water, you grab this, you start, and you get the ball going, let it go. Just, don't try to follow it with the line. You got the line tied somewhere, wherever somebody's got the end of it. You got your foot firmly on it, whatever. So let it go. In the direction of whoever's in the water. They grab onto it and you can pull them in. Now the thing is too, this rope will float. So if you're swimming and treading to help get them in with them and you're swimming, this is going to stay above the water. So it's not going to get caught in your legs and everything, get you all tangled up. Now the other way is you can always take a float rope and tie a ring to it, a life ring. So now they're not just holding onto a ball. The ring will help keep them up, and they can get their arms through it. But, where's that other plastic? Oh, goodness. Put a little light change up here. These are ammo holders when you buy a box of ammo. And what do you guys think about this stupid state of Illinois? Really? Vapor up. Why do I have vapor up on there? Okay, this is garage door. This is spring. It's going to go up there. This is an empty water bottle. That's the big button. Here's my clipboard for coasting. Okay, I think I got enough room here now. Oh, that's a nice little freezers. You ever did find out good before? I came with a set. I'm looking at it. What have I do with those things? Magnet, baby food jar, lenses. And like I say, no matter where you look, there's ammo. I'm telling you. It's all over. I got something here, I have no idea what it is. I'm going to show it to you. I mean, I don't know. Am I just... But then again, I asked Ray, and Ray's been around a long time. He doesn't know what it is either. What is this? Are we recording? Yeah. You see that? What the hell is it? It's got these two little prongs here. And it's on a little stick. I really don't know what that's for. Anybody have an idea what that's for? I've been hanging on to it. I keep moving it around. I still have no idea what it's for. This. Yeah. Okay. And pull that staple out. Defender of the Sound. Long Island out here. Long Island Sound. Here's another one of my lapel pins. This is one that I got. Special Olympics were here quite a while ago. Yale Bowl. And I got stuck working. Who was I working with? Oh, I wasn't doing anything. I get a call from a friend of mine who was in with the starter company, you know, the coats and all that, because they used to be over in New Haven on James Street. And a friend of mine had a pretty good position in there. He said, "You want to make some money under the table?" Well, it depends. He goes, "Starter's going to have a tent, you know, concession stand set up on the outside of the bowl. You know, in other words, you walk through the tunnel, you're in the bowl, you walk out of the tunnel, you're there." And so there's a bunch of concession stands there. And they're just basically open tents. So he says they need somebody to watch the two stands. One of them had a lot of starter clothes. And starter was expensive back then. And the other one had some starter novelties, glasses, cups, stuff like that. The other one was a little smaller. Because we need 2 people. And, oh, all right. So they told me what it was going to pay for 2 nights. Which is fine. And what they wanted you to do, it was an overnighter. Because what would have happened, and it had happened to the ones that didn't have security, a lot of the ones that were with these tents that were doing their own security, basically staying there, they would have a habit of wandering around to the other tents and taking things. And while they're taking something from another tent, there's another person coming around taking something from their tent. You know, if they see an empty tent with stuff in it, you know, welcome home. Well, I got a hold of my son, my oldest son. I said, you want to make a few bucks? Yeah. All right. I says, we'll be able to see one another. We're going to be, you know, maybe 800 feet apart. There's, I think, 2 small concession stands in the middle. I says, but the way that it was contoured, you're kind of like right there. I says, you know, all you got to do is park your car in front of it. His was an easy one, because you couldn't get into the back. So all you had to do is basically park in front. And stay in the car if you want. You know, it's up to you. Sleep. So I said, all right, no problem. So anyway, the Quentin and his wife, Mr. and Mr. Clinton, decided, you know, naturally they were coming to the Special Olympics, and they didn't have enough, believe me, security. I mean, really not. Now, when I was there, I wore one of my uniforms, and I was armed. I had my sergeant stripes and badge on. Anyway, it wasn't a military uniform. It was a uniform. Anyhow, I pull up to work the tent. And the next thing you know, a couple of guys come up to me and said, "Do you have to do this?" I go, "Who are you?" Come on, that's the first words out of their mouth. I go, "What?" He goes, "We're short 2 people." No, I'm sorry. They were short more than 2, but they were short 2 for that particular tunnel. And they need to be armed. Well, my son wasn't armed, and he wasn't in uniform. So, but anyway, and they were short of cops. And how they wanted it is like every 6 feet. All right, if you put your arm out and I put my arm out, we can touch across from us on the other side of the tunnel. They were doing the same thing, but one would be in the middle. You follow? So it would be staggered. So if I look straight ahead, I'm looking at a wall. He looks straight ahead, he's looking at a wall. And that's the way it was. They needed somebody to stand there. Not to hold hands, but that's how we judged our distance. And look at the wall, because the Clintons had to come through that tunnel. So they needed somebody to fill a spot. All right. So I'm standing there. And you're standing there. This wasn't here then, and you're there, and you're looking at that wall. And they said, whatever you do, don't look at Mrs. Clinton. Huh? I don't really plan on it, to be honest with you. I don't feel like nightmares. So I'm looking, One of the guys down the way, who they also pulled in as an emergency, did happen to go like this. She caught it. Next thing you know, she's screaming at this guy. I mean, like she was a retard, screaming. And telling the service, get him out of there. She don't want to see him again. Come on, he just went like this for a second, as you go by, he's starstruck maybe, I don't know. Or he never seen a bitch before, I don't know. But it was really, gosh, anyway, I ended up getting a pin for it. I forgot where I put that. These things to me don't really mean anything. If you're the recipient of it and I see you and you have it, I'm going to respect it and respect you for what you did. But for me to have it doesn't make a difference. I don't care. I got a whole plastic bag over here of medals and ribbons. They're in a plastic bag. I don't know how many times I couldn't figure out where they were because they were scattered. So I just started throwing them in a plastic bag. Bag's dirty. All kinds of stuff in there. All right. Let's see if I can find. Oh, wait a minute. Here's another one. What's this one? Finding more shit. I don't mean disrespect when I called it that. Use that? if you're able to see it, that is. Oh, there's another one. Oh. This one's in color. Technicolor. Oh my God. The hex heads give you a hard time when you're painting them. Holding this one on. Oh, another screw. You can tell this was well planned and organized. I just started screwing things to hold it together. Oh, I want to put something there. Give me a screw. Screw it! That should come off now. Those screws. Oh, maybe I put another screw there. Is it? It is. No, whatever epoxy that is, it's good stuff. Not so good now. Not so bad now, are you? Oh. I thought you were bad. That one is whacked with a hammer. All right, now. Oh boy, look at this part of the problem. I don't know why it would have, however. I got room on that. I got no tension on it. Okie dokie, good. Hello, people. My people. We're free. How's that on? Maybe a little funky screws right there. There you go. How are you falling down? Okay. It's got to come off. But that's just going to be an arm catcher. It'll be a hanger, but not there. There's the fuse. That runs wires. And another set that runs to that. I think it looks much better open like that. What do you think? Tell the truth. Be honest. And I wasn't really using it for anything. And I think that now that that's open, I'm going to get more of a flow. Like that. More of a flow. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little walking back and forth here for a minute. And I'm going to bring you back and forth with me. Now we're going to go this way. Oh, I could turn that fan off. I turned that on for Tucker. He likes to lay in front of it. Let's turn this off on the way. Let's go back here. See, this is one of those paint things. These are all those samplers. See them? Not these. These are paints that I mixed up real thin. So if I need them to use them in the airbrush, I can. Okay, so that's done. Okay. This we got to go back in the fridge. This is coffee. That's got to go down my throat. Tomorrow, I'm going to see Tom. I'm going to tell him what I want. And if I don't get it, I'm not taking custody. Custody, whatever. I feel bad because I'd like to have it done the way I think it can be done, working in good shape. I wouldn't want anybody to get that the way it is and say, who did this? You follow me? Because there's a few things there that I really wasn't happy with, but I didn't have the time to do it. You know, the voice changer, I had it working here, but once you start putting things together, you don't know what you're going to end up with. You know, and that's kind of what happened. You know, got down there, it was working, but something inside, not inside the voice changer, but something inside the unit was making a lot of noise that it wasn't making. You know, when it was being tested by itself. But once you started putting it together, you need time. I didn't have it. That's all there is to it. But is anybody going to say, no, he didn't have time, we rushed him? Oh, who's the last one that worked on it? Buzz. Oh, what a mess he made. You know, that type of thing. And that, I don't care for that. Yeah. Because I got shut down. If I didn't get shut down, that would have been tuned. I would have had remote working, the lights would have been working, the eyes would have been working, you know, everything would have been tested, and that's all there is to it. But what I'm asking for isn't, in my opinion, a whole lot. I want the trailer. It's an enclosed trailer. It's big enough for me to have Coastie in there and work on her in there. I have a heater for a trailer, and I have lights for a trailer, and I have power out there. So I can do everything I need in the wintertime, heat and everything out there in the trailer. The trailer's secured. There's no way that it can get out of the yard. They'd have to cut trees down to get it out of the yard. And then they're going to have to get past the railroad tracks, the pond, the woods, a big drop. You know, it's just not going to happen. And I have cameras out there, 24 hours, recording. Got the 4 dogs, got double gates. The wife and I both have 40s and 45s. You know, but basically what I'm saying is the trailer is just as safe here as it is there.